Joyful day, beautiful beings. Joyful all things, beautiful hearts. It is mine, truly yours, maybe Sierra and Clark. And we are going to do some empowerment movement today. And I wanted you to join me. I brought my band, but bands are not necessary. I even brought some affirmations that we are going to read out loud. Because one of the purposes of this movement is to move things with your words. Now, before we get started, I want to just take a moment to recognize those who were affected by Milton. Um, yeah, and check on your friends and families. Be a part of the community because the community needs you. The community is you. I'm a community product, and it was the ladies up the street that looked after me. It was the neighbors that brought us food. It was community pantries. It was organizations, right, loving on us. So in and out workout is not even about working out, just so you know. But it is about working out these stagnant human things that we attract, that we take on. We take on stresses. We take on biases. We take on stuff from the world. And for some reason, we hold on to those things and it stops us. It puts us in a stagnant state where we're no longer flowing, where we're no longer naturally moving with the frequency, where we're no longer not being the frequency, right? You are a frequency. And when you move, yeah, you attract things to you. And so welcome to Empowerment Movement. I am your life enthusiast, your inner well-being life enthusiast that wants to make sure that you know that you activating yourself from the inside out can attract things that money can never buy you. Yeah, and the world doesn't tell us that. It keeps us only looking for the bag. And I want to remind you that you are the bag. I want to remind you that you are the highest currency. I want to remind you that you add value. You do a thing that nobody else can do. And so it is also Friday, and we do heart principles. So I have heart principles for throughout the week. These are just little things that I say to myself to help encourage me. Because listen, when life get to life, you will forget that you are a spiritual being. And so I don't want us to forget that in our living, in our advancements in life, that you are a spiritual being. And our bodies are vehicles to get our spirit into divine spaces. And so, again, we'll forget that and we'll be caught in the matrix and we'll forget all of these wonderful things and we'll be living life in depression and anxiety. And not that those things are not real, but we will just stay in those spaces and we'll forget all about magical and intentionalness that we bring to the table. So, since today is Friday, it is Free Yourself Friday. It's Free Yourself Friday. And so go ahead and free yourself in my Fantasia voice, because it ain't going to happen if you don't do it. So, in and out workout is so you'll break up a sweat. But it's really for you to be intentional so you can move some of this stagnant energy out of your way. Who is ready? Who is ready for everything that is ready to love you? Are you ready? I'm ready. I don't know about you. I'm ready. I'm over the thing that I'm supposed to hate you in order to get to where I'm going. I'm over the lies that I need to look like you. I'm over the lies that I'm even supposed to look like the Kardashians. I am intentionally and fearfully and wonderfully made. and we look different because we supposed to look different. I want to embrace me, and the world has figured out ways for us to embrace ourselves, but we also still hate ourselves. And when we do what the world has lured us to do, we'll then hate ourselves, and then we hate other people too. Yeah, I ain't signing up for that, and I hope you don't either. Oh, it done ended one of my lives. One moment, y'all keep moving. What happened? Y'all keep moving. This is about movement. I was trying to do a thing and it was not being nice. I'm trying to multitask. All right, let's try it again. Let's see. All right, so you ready to move the stagnant energy? So this is actually one of my outfits that I created. So I also have a statement line, and everything that I create is about a statement. And so as you see, they got the high waist on it. And so this was created to remind me, because I told y'all when I go through life and life be lifing, I just don't let for no reason. I ain't gonna cry, I ain't gonna feel less than, and it don't produce something. We are producers. You are an internal producer, and you are supposed to produce something. So when you go through, make something. And so this clothing line came after my cousin passed. Y'all move those hips. So from that pain, from grief that my family experienced, I created a clothing line, and it's called JKB Clothing Line, and it's Just Keep Blooming. It is about us, and this is where the Free Water Friday come in, because I want to water you so you don't forget to intentionally bloom, so you don't forget that you can use that shit. Yeah, so you don't forget that you can use the things. Like farmer use manure. Do you know what manure is made of? Manure is made up of cow. Exactly. So when we feel like that life has on us, when you feel like you have had a shitty experience, you get to use that, and you get to bloom from that. And what comes up is up to you. Now that's the part that you have control over. We don't control our families we were born in. We don't control a lot of stuff, contrary to belief. But when you take those things and you mash it together and you press it down and you take the greater from the less than and you add and then you divide and then you carry that thing over, oh, come on. You then become an alchemist. You then become an intentional creator of your pain, of your shame, of your guilt. Because if it's going to come, don't you want to do something with it? And so that's what I just decided to do. And I wrote about it in my first book. My life is really out in pages. My life is really in what I wear. My life is in what I speak. And this is why empowerment movements is so important, because it's not just about you moving your physical address. Y'all move those hips. It's like doing a little cha-cha slide. So this isn't about when you get mad, you move your physical state, and that's what many of us do. We'll change our address, we'll move from a job, but you've done nothing with that stinky thinking. You've done nothing about those limited beliefs. You've done nothing about your circle that you are around. When these things are no longer serving you, when these things are no longer helping you get to where that you're trying to be, then it's time for you to leave those things. Those things are not needed. And so in you intentionally blooming, sometimes you got to prune some things away. Sometimes you have to intentionally take some things and be all right when stuff falls off. Okay, move those hands, move those legs faster, and lift those arms up. So sometimes you have to be all right when the things fall off, because it was for your good. Scripture says that I will make all things work together for your good. You ain't allowing the things to work together for your good. You want to hold on to what you've been told to let go. You want to stay in a space where you see and you know your spirit is telling it to you that you ain't supposed to be there, but you still want to be there. K. Root said that loyalty is a myth. You can waste years. We'll mess around and waste time and our energy just standing in this space because, oh, well, I said I was gonna, and they said they was gonna, and this said this and that saying that. But you will know if you in the right space by the fruit you bearing. If you laying down at night and you not feeling good about yourself, if you go throughout your day and you don't see and you feel unworthy, you feel like you on a clearance, right? Then it tell that those are warning signs. That is your warning before the destruction. That's your warning before your depression. That's the warning before your anxiety. Pay attention to the signs. Take time to listen to thyself. And that's what empowerment movement is. It's about for you to take time with you so you get to know yourself. Meaning we know so much about everybody else because social media keep us in everybody else's life. Y'all work them hips. Now, come on. Social media keep us in everybody else's life, but we don't want to stay in our life. What about your Kool-Aid? Move those hips. What about your Kool-Aid? What about what you say that you want to do? What about the dreams that you have? What about what the Spirit is telling you? Yeah, those things. Come on, y'all. It is Free Water Friday. I want to intentionally water you so you don't do thirsty stuff on the weekend. A lot of y'all be doing thirsty things on the weekend. You'll get on the phone and call those people who ain't checked on you all week. You go to the club when them people that ain't bought or support you all 2 years. You done try to be this entrepreneur. Ain't none of the people in the club showed up for you. Ain't none of them people supported you and bought none of your products. But that's where you go spend your time, your money and your energy. And so Fridays is for me to intentionally water you with a highly concentration of water. It's the modern day holy water, y'all. All right, come on, let's stay right here. It's the modern day holy water. And so stop taking yourselves inside these spaces looking for the natural minerals and vitamins that you need. You go into the spaces that won't have those things, and then you walk out wondering. But let's be real, like another thing that is required in order for this to work is a luxury of accountability. You got to be ready to be accountable for the part that you play. You got to be ready to be real with your damn self. Because listen, all those other people saw your value. You didn't see your value. You didn't know your value. And that's why you felt used. See, the thing is that those people saw your value, but you didn't know your own value. And so you felt like they used you, but they didn't even know that they could come to you. They knew that they could call on you. It's you, whoa. It's you who faking on you. It's you who not honoring yourself. And so you feel used by these people. Almost like, how can a light feel used by the moths when the moths are attracted to the light? People see your light, but you keep your light dim, so you don't even believe you got a light. And if you don't let that light shine oh so bright, so you can start seeing you and start worrying about other people. Ooh, let's walk that out. That was good. Woo! Okay, so listen. So I've been looking in the mirror. I see all this, right? I got all this backpack. But I was also in that car accident, and it's okay. And so empowerment movement is about you appreciating yourself. So we're gonna crunch this belly. You wanna suck your belly in, right? Suck your belly in. Like when you be trying to fit in those jeans, suck that belly in real tight, and then you crunch that abdomen. Yeah. Y'all get stank with it if you need to. Listen, let's crunch those things. Let's crunch those stinky thoughts. Let's crunch those old habits that are not helping you produce and be. So, y'all keep crunching. I'm going to tell y'all something. So, the thing about this statement that I'm wearing today, these are my clouds. You see my clouds? Right, these are clouds because this is my Martin Luther King had a dream speech, but I just did something with it. And so again, I told y'all I intentionally do stuff with the things. I can't always stop stuff from happening. I couldn't control, keep crunching the adamants. I couldn't control who my mama was. I couldn't control who my daddy was. Those things was out of my control. But I did have control. I had control over what I was going to say to myself about my father not being there. I had control over what I was going to think about me, about my mom being on drugs. So, yeah. So, I just thought of something. We had some guests in the room, and I was talking about. Yes, I had no control over those things, but I had control over Sierra. I had control over what I wanted to think and how I wanted to feel. Y'all crunch those elements. Y'all crunch that stinky stuff out. Right? Crunch those elements. So this slow and steady will get you to the finish line. I promise you, you don't gotta be like the Joneses. I promise you, you ain't gotta do stuff to make your body try to look like the Kardashians. Because just because you having it on the outside, don't mean it's gonna feel like prosperity and everything else. So this empowerment is about prosperity. I'm not a content creator. I'm a soul provider. And I want to provide you things, crunch that abdomen, that overflows in every area of your life. Crunch those abdomens, y'all, get it. And get it. Y'all feel it? I feel it in my legs. Crunch those abdomens. Yeah, so this is about prosperity. This is about you doing a thing and it overflows in your emotional health, in your mental health, in your financial health. This isn't about just giving you one thing and I only care about your money. We walking it out, yeah. I got a little intense. And I just care about your money, right? I care about how you talk to your children. I care about how you talk to your spouse, because that man goes out into the world. Those children go out into the world. And so everything that you have come in contact with, you play a part in nurturing. You play a part in making sure that it's cared for, right? And so, yeah, we need money. But money is not the answer to all things. A lot of us have figured out how to attract the money, but you still feel stinky about you. You still have limited beliefs when it comes to yourself. And so I want to help us with that. I told y'all I brought us some affirmations to do today in our movement. So let's do it. I'm going to sit down right here with y'all. Let's take a little break. So, y'all ready? Y'all repeat after me. I'll give you a moment. Listen, so you move when you at the bathroom. You move when you in the elevator. You bring this waistband because while you at work, you can have this on your thighs and you could be stretching those thighs. Stop complaining about those legs. Stop complaining about stuff that you ain't actively doing something about. How you complaining about it, but you ain't actively doing anything to change it? Like, I think I'm adding that to the definition of insanity. You complaining about it, you crying about it, but you ain't actively did anything to change anything. And so if you don't know, nothing changes unless you change it. Exactly. Nothing changes unless you change it. So the free water today, because I want you to grow. A better you equals a better me. I said that I don't care. It ain't about your money so you can miss me with it. It's about you actively being a better version of yourself. That's what it's about. Actively being a better version of yourself. Every second, every minute, every hour of the day adds to the days, to the weeks, to the years, to the months. And you are You are, let me repeat that. You are the common denominator. You are the magic. You are the secret ingredient. You are the superhero that's going to save the day. Because you're going to save your day. And when you check you, when mom is happy, not just because a happy wife equals a happy life, that shit ain't real. Because, listen, you girls be negative. Y'all be bashing y'all men and want him to go out and then come home and to produce for y'all. That ain't what I'm saying. But when you're taking time to do the thing, when the children hear you speaking life, when the children see that you are actively doing something and not just scrolling on Facebook and you be like, what? But they see that you got time for the BS, but you ain't got time for them. You were sowing seeds in them to say that we don't care about you. So now they go out wanting to seek attention. And that's why your man talked to the lady at the water cooler, because you don't know how to talk to him. And I can talk from the man perspective too, because the man talked to me, and this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because the man talked to me, ladies, and we ain't helping them. We sucking them, we fucking them, but we ain't like really pouring into them. And ain't no way you should be doing those things with that man if when he needs you as a woman, when that little boy in him needs you, now you ain't got time for him, and oh, he should know. How did you know? Who taught you? Who showed you? Who gave you time and patience? Who did it for you? And then if we all love a God, and if we all got some spiritual person that we calling on or believing in, and if it's patient with you, then how dare you not be patient with those that you say you love and you care about? I'm gonna just read these affirmations. We don't go about our business. So here we go. So y'all repeat after me, right? So these are our core affirmations. So these are our core affirmations when we do an in and out empowerment workshop. Everyone gets a core affirmation to take care of. And so repeat after me. Holistic health is a virtue. I am intentional with the decisions I make that affect my overall. I consistently choose holistic health over temporary gratifications. I am abundantly healthy in my mind, body, and spirit. Through patience, I am experiencing every miracle ready to love me. Okay, so that was one time. So you could like get the feel of it. So I'm gonna do it again. So I do these 3 times, right? And then I eliminate them so you're able to take these with you. So one more time. And like now that you know the words, like let's say it like you mean it. Let's say it like you want to attract it. Let's say it like you now know, because you know that you are the secret ingredient. And so it starts with you, it ends with you, and it will continue with you. If you don't do it, it ain't gonna be done. If you don't do it, it ain't gonna happen. And guess what? You get to do this shit with tears in your eyes. You get to do this shit like you mean it. You get to do this like you were created for this. In spite of the anxiety, in spite of the depression, in spite of the divorce, you get to do this like you were made for this, because you were made for this, because nobody else made for it. And that's why no more will be put on you than you can bear, because they knew that you could do it. I can't handle what you went through. And that's why I don't fix my mouth to say what people should be doing and da-da-da-da. I'm not one of those people. Because I know life is real. I know when it's your calling. I know when it's your purpose, that things hit you in ways that it don't hit other people. Because it is for you to get it together, because something is dependent upon you. And I know we don't want to believe that nowadays, but people, listen, we need you. Don't get so artificial. Don't get so independent that you forget that you are needed. I need you. I love you. And I need you to survive. Okay, so round 2. Let's say it like we mean it this time. Okay. Holistic health is a virtue. I am intentional with the decisions I make that affect my overall health. I consistently choose holistic health over temporary gratification. I am abundantly healthy in my mind, body, and spirit. I love this one right here, y'all. Through patience, I am experiencing every miracle ready to love me. Are you ready? Are you ready? But through patience with yourself. You don't have patience with those people. When you said you was done, you figured out another way to forgive them, but you don't forgive yourself. You so quick to give up on you. You so quick to give up on yourself. You so quick to give up on your dream. And this is why I created this, because we are the dream out loud. I am Martin Luther King's dream out loud. And I get to walk it like I talk it. I get to be it like I want to see it. Hey, 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 hey. Listen, don't stop moving, because life is a constant movement. Life is a constant movement. Okay, one last time for free your motherfucking self on this great Friday, because you got everything that you need to make it a great day. And that's you. You might not got all the dollars, you might not got all the answers, but you have started already out on the good foot, because you have all that you need. And that's you. So, holistic health is the virtue. I am intentional with the decisions I make that affect my overall health. I consistently choose holistic health over temporary gratification. I am abundantly healthy in my mind, body, and spirit. Listen. Woo. I've been through some things, y'all. So that was I felt that one. I felt that one. I used to think some things about myself. This is why we are removing the stagnant energy, the old thinking process. Through patience, I am experiencing every, 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 every miracle ready to love me. Sierra Marie Clark, SMC. There is stuff ready to love you, but you think that you got a nasty attitude. There's stuff ready to love you, but you think that you got to cuss everybody out. There's stuff ready to love you, but you've taken the old and you bringing it into the new. There are things ready to love you, but you don't love you. So how can the things that are ready to love you when you don't love you? Thank y'all for joining the In and Out workout today on this Free Water Friday. Yeah, so enjoy this highly concentration. Don't do thirsty things on this weekend, because the world has need of you. That's it. That's it. Y'all keep smiling, keep shining. And it all starts with you. A better you equals a better me. Bloom intentionally.